So, in the last session, we were still at the camp, and you had just finished all your preparations for your little journey, because you were setting out with Henry to Fallowbrae. Along the way, you were updated on some of the dangers that could appear on the road, and Henry also told a few things. And you also did quickly run into some trouble. Eventually, the group came at an impasse in front of a blockade. Well, a literal blockade, because there was a hill giant literally in the road. The hill giant was sleeping, and the reason why was because, well, their cave was taken over by some hyena kin. Through some interesting events, eventually the hill giant took a strange liking to Ginny, literally hoisted her up to his shoulder, and, well, marched straight towards those hyena kin to take them out. Things didn't go according to plan, because unfortunately, in the end, the hill giant was crushed in his own cave, and, well, that was how that ended. Most of those hyena kin were defeated, and sometimes they came back and then were crushed again. And then, eventually, the big hyena kin, with his hyena mount, escaped. Immediately after that situation, Henry also came back because, well, you left Henry to stay in the caravan because you're still supposed to protect him. And he couldn't believe what happened. And it was also discovered by him when he found a random piece of rock on the ground that, well, there was another hill giant that those hyenakin had taken out. But at least now they're both gone. The group set out to continue their travel with the caravans, eventually deciding to make camp. Alaric had some worries, though, because where are they going to put up camp? Are they going to put up camp near the edge of the cliffs, because they pass through cliffs, or in the middle of the fields, just further up? What does the group decide on where to camp?
Alaric would be more inclined to seek some shelter, so he wouldn't be inclined to plop down in the middle of an open field. That's very visible.
Henry would respond to that, but it doesn't give us the advantage that we can see any threat coming, especially if another hyenakin is on the loose. We would see the mount from miles away.
But it is prettier on the hillside side. When you're just sitting in the plains, it's plains all around. Now you have like a pretty view and some mountains, that kind of stuff.
Well, if we're gonna get up the hill, then we're gonna have to get up there. And Henry points to the cliffside. If we wanted to get on top of it, we should have taken the other way around.
I don't think we're climbing a cliff right now, but we can set up camp at the base of the cliff. When your back is at the wall, you can still view the open field.
Good point. And I can set up one of the pylons. Everyone in agreement?
Yes. All right. Alaric starts unpacking things.
How is Alaric feeling about the whole situation that happened earlier? He has noticed that the others are kind of more quiet, probably thinking their own thoughts, and Henry is a little bit more reserved. But how is Alaric feeling?
I mean, it's kind of part of the business, isn't it? So he does feel, well, his usual self, but he's also a little bit conflicted, considering that especially the hill giant, seemed, well, potentially a friendly entity. Relatively, well, smart is a big word. Intelligent enough. Was kind of unpleasant to just shove him in the hole and let him die there. But if we wouldn't have done that, and then it would have attacked us, we would then be in a little bit more problems than we probably could have handled. So he's feeling conflicted. Yeah.
How does he prepare for the camp? What does he do?
Well, he takes out the stuff, the camping supplies, like tents and a tarp, and maybe starts instructing the other two, like, go find some wood, make a fire. Here, take some stuff and go.
Yeah.
Set up another tent. Henry, do you need any help?
Henry is actually just getting, like, he's a little bit more hesitant, but I'm just getting my own stuff, and he comes up with like a little bag and like all kinds of little supplies. Because remember, your caravan setup is that his caravan is at the end. 2 horses and 2 caravans behind each other. I'll set up my own tent and everything. It's fine.
All right. If you need anything, let us know. Yeah. He will be a little bit quiet and contemplative as he's setting up his tent.
How is Arvind feeling?
Not, but more as usual self, just not, just a little bit more wary of the hyena kin that got away, so possibility of it coming back, so more on alert.
You have equipment for 4 tents. Everybody can tell me how their own tent looks in a little moment, but it's a more generic map. So, a little bit more alert. In what way? How is he more alert? What is he thinking about? Because, well, it was a little close with those surprise hyenakin and witherling suddenly popping up behind from him.
A lot more glancing over the shoulder into directions where things could come from. Sometimes from behind, because Arvin is not used to things creeping up on him.
And of course, from behind, it's a little bit more difficult because, well, there is a cliffside behind you. Because right now, here, this is a cliffside, and here is your little camp. So this is the cliffside, and you originally arrived from this direction. So you moved through the cliffside, and you have made up a little camp right here with those cliffsides still here. And you need to head into this direction. So this is more open still, but at least you have partly cover. And you can still get on top of the cliff, like above here, pretty high up. But this is your little camp. Ginny, you've noticed that ever since that little incident, the bees don't seem to be present. Kinda quiet. How is Ginny feeling?
A little dual-sided. She did do her job, and that's it's one step closer to earning the money she needs. However, she did kill someone who didn't pose a threat, as far as she thinks. But then again, it's like, what would have happened if it didn't? And what would have happened if we went back to camp and it was explained and And they were like, why did you guys just side it to the ogre and that kind of stuff. So kind of like going over all of the possibilities of what could have happened. So feeling that it's the best outcome as of yet.
Yeah. Because on the other hand, it is just a hill giant. It's not like as if many of the inhabitants around are going to care. And besides, there are not really any inhabitants here. Because it's a little bit more of the abandoned sides for Dragon Sage Plains. And well, it still feels a little bad because it's her actions that caused that. And well, perhaps her intentions warrant to have him have his own head crushed by his own cave. It is part of the job. And sometimes that is, well, putting your own safety first. Henry has also been very quiet. As you are at the campsite, each of you has at least set up their own tent. Who's tending to a little fire? Or are you keeping the fire out on purpose? Because, of course, the moon shines. It's pretty bright, actually. Very bright. Although around the clouds, around the moon, there are lots of clouds. And just a moment ago, Alaric looked up and noticed at least a few thunderclouds much more further in the direction where you actually need to go.
Well, I suppose it's also time to have some rations, so Alaric would keep the fire going at least to cook a meal.
I have some spices, if you want to.
Well, go ahead. Just some standard.
Well, I have a few things as he reaches inside of the side of his bag. Salt, pepper, cayenne. Garlic powder. What are you making? What are you trying to do? You can make up anything.
Well, probably some. Well, I didn't do any hunting, of course, but maybe we brought some preserved meats, cooking up some food. So, some anything other than salt. It's already pretty salty.
You want garlic powder?
That could work. Yeah.
Look at the other two, kind of expectantly.
Sure.
All right. Smells already a lot better than just standard rations.
Fair point. Yes.
Let's everybody have a short rest. So,
Hadden we al een short rest gehad?
niet dat ik weet.
Want dan heb ik mijn hit dust.
Do you know how a short rest works? Alright, so you are level 3, meaning that you have 3d8 as in hit dice, which is your way to store your HP while you take a break. You've already taken a somewhat of a break on the way to the carriage, but now I'm letting you roll for it. So, how much HP do you have?
50.
You can now choose to roll d8s to restore that. How much is your maximum?
24.
Then I recommend you at least rolling 1.
The good thing is you can decide after you've rolled if you want to roll more. Dat is een D8, ja. So, that's pretty solid.
So that would make me at 22. So.
Ja. Je kunt nog zeggen van ik rol er nog eentje, want de kans is hoog dat je tot je max HP zit, maar ga je
Also,
HP missen.
And Henry's 8 spell is still active. Yeah, so you can, if you will, if op het goed is heb je 24 maximum, maar ja, als het goed is heb je nu 29 maximum. Because of Henry's spell.
Oh.
You can choose to fill that still up too. Because that's technically permanent.
Oké, wacht, dan zit ik op plus 5. 33, dan zou ik op 31 zitten, want 24 plus 7.
One question. It's 1d8 plus 2, it says. But if you roll 3, is it 3d8 plus 6?
No. No. I'll need to quickly check that.
Oh ja, je krijgt je con modifier erbij.
Now, for each hit die spent, you add your constitution modifier. Yeah.
Oeh, dat zit ik eigenlijk helemaal goed. Dan zit ik op.
Dus
So
dat
it's
is deze.
6.
Ja, dus dan krijg je er nog 2 bij. Dus 29. Dan zit je op 24.
And you can still choose to roll another one if you want to.
What's the difference?
Well, basically, it's now evening. Somebody will, of course, you'll need to appoint somebody as night shift guard. But you can choose not to roll it. But it is almost nighttime. However, me as a DM is giving you the advice to roll it. So, I would say,
like, is there a reason why you wouldn't roll?
yeah, sometimes.
Well,
Het ligt een beetje aan de tijd van de dag.
Yeah. If you expect that if there's not much going to go happen, then those 5 HP, because you're at 424
Yeah.
you might not need them. But given the time of day and the potential of what the night brings, you might want to roll again. Je krijgt er sowieso 2 bij. Dus als jij in ieder geval, nou kijk, dan zit je op plus 6, dus dat is sowieso max.
Can't overdo.
No,
That's not a thing.
No.
Henry's little defense charm also faded, but the 8 spell is still active.
Right. So, we need to determine a watch order.
Do we do it in groups or just alone?
Well, we're with 4 people. I suggest splitting it into 4.
You want me to? Well, he's just gonna ask. You want me to keep watch?
It's your choice. If you want to take the first one or the last one.
I could wake up a little. I still have a few things to rummage, so I could take first watch. I don't mind.
All right. And when it's time to go to sleep, you'll take first watch. Any volunteers?
I'll take second.
Then I'll take last watch. You take third.
And if you see something, just scream.
Yeah, wake up the rest. Please don't just wander off into the dark alone.
I think I'm gonna put on a pylon just to be safe. And so he goes back to the carriage and takes out this fancy kind of like blue, like I'll put it like this, but it's more like a big kind of like diamond-shaped gemstone.
D8 shape.
Yeah, so it's like more like a little pyramid tower. And he just places it next to the campfire, and he just like says something in an incantation that you quite not understand, and he just taps it, and it just pulsates. It's boom, boom, boom. It makes a little bit of a hissing sound, and in this case, you notice that kind of like a line is kind of like around the camp. I would zoom the camp out a little bit further. So
Getting StarCraft 2 vibes.
yeah, I can't zoom in the camp a little further.
No, we get the picture.
Yeah, so it's more like a little circle around the camp.
A perimeter has been established.
So if something would pass through that line, you see that little blue outline you see? Well, then it pings in my head,
All right.
even if I'm asleep.
And we can just pass through it and nothing happens.
Nothing happens if you pass through. Well, I will know, but it won't go up.
All right.
Pretty handy.
Yeah, and those fox folk from the Prison Works consortium, they can make some good stuff. I'm quite fascinated with it.
From what
Despite
we
regulations.
from what we gather, it's pretty nifty stuff.
Yeah, they should just make more mass-produce this stuff. It's so useful. I don't really understand their regulations and everything, but
Suppose they don't want technology to fall into the wrong hands.
But something like this for merchants traveling on the road
That
would
is
be very good.
seems safe.
This could this could be very useful alongside the Whisker roads, or other like traveling roads. But it's at least a little while before we still have to go to bed. So
Yes. I'll go polish my warhammer.
yeah, you are now in a position to do something, to prepare something. You've brought at least a few herbs along with you. You could try to perhaps make a potion. And perhaps Alaric could sharpen his weapon.
Well, sharpening a bar hammer. But I'll start. I just take a seat on a tree trunk or a log or something near the fire, eat my food, and start to polish my equipment, clean it a little bit.
Okay. What would Ginny like to do?
I think you would try to make a potion during her shift. And for now, she's just kind of interested in not only Henry's technique and the violin and that kind of stuff, but also just in about Henry in general.
You could ask him questions in a moment. Because he right now would probably take out a book and starts reading something. But what would Arvin like to do? He could perhaps also sharpen some arrows. Or, well, what kind of tools does Arvin have with him? What does he have in his inventory?
Let me check.
Of course, a rapier and daggers, which might have been blunted a little against the hyena king leader.
Does he have some kind of tools with him? Thieves' tools, poisoner's
He
kits?
does have some thieves' tools, a playing card set.
He could propose to play a game with the others. I don't know if that's the mood for it, but you could. If you choose to perhaps also tend to your weapons, then you can roll in a moment for something.
I think Arvin is just gonna do some sleight of hand with cards absent-mindedly, while just still having glances towards that nothing is approaching.
Alright. Alaric, as you are preparing your weapons, roll for me a check with your smithing tools. Just
That is
D20 plus 2.
plus elf.
Alright.
Be worse.
One attack that you make with your weapon, your next strike, or whenever you want to, you can add a 1d4.
Mm.
A 1d4 to hit.
Nifty.
It'll take a while for you to get to that, but you can still talk, but you are kind of like polishing it up. Noticed a few dents, maybe sharpen it a little bit. Ginny, what are you doing?
I'm just slowly creeping up on Henry, just like glancing a little bit over at the textbook and just making no.
Make a perception check.
That is 16.
The stories of the Chambet family. It says on the cover of the book.
So, what you reading?
I'm reading about this region. And, well, the Chambet family's history. I'm getting onto a new passage, though. Like, next chapter. And the next chapter are the lands of lightning. It's kind of fascinating. Well, technically, lightning isn't the right translation because this text is it's weird. The cover, it's just in common, but the text inside are kind of like an old, ancient version of Arnowind's of Arnish. So it says lightning technically, but I think in context it means more like storm. So lands of storm.
That does sound more. Yeah.
In the distance, thunder.
It could also be Land of Thunder.
Maybe, but I think it's more like storms.
So, where are you from?
I'm from, well, Arnowind's and Dur originally.
Do you have a partner?
No.
Uh, Now we don't have anything to talk about.
No, I don't have a partner.
Are you looking for someone?
He gets a little like red. No. Not really. I don't know.
Terwijl, whilst I'm polishing my warhammer, I'm observing this. May I roll for insight?
Of course.
Is he lucky? Get advantage. 12 plus 4 is 16.
He gets a little red in the face, but you're not sure if that's from her questioning or maybe because he already took a little bit more of a liking to Ginny compared to the other two. But you notice with the 16, perhaps he's been alone for quite some time already. A human in these parts stands out. And although many of the races of the Theron races are welcoming, he does
of course.
stand out. And well, he does also stand out physically because of the interesting hair color that Henry has. But you do notice a bit of a sad expression from Henry.
Then Alaric will let it slip. Maybe he needs some attention.
And you then, Ginny? Where
Well,
are you from?
I'm from Leonard's Bay. That's right.
Leonard Bay.
Leonard Bay. I know it's all.
I think I picked up on the little bit of accent you have.
But yeah, furthermore, I don't have anything special. I'm also not really looking, but I'm just taking care of him. I just want to take care of my dad, that's all. I have my bees, of course.
Your dad?
Yeah, my dad and I, we grew up together, not really without a mom. And we always took care of each other.
Nice man.
Yeah.
Must have been sad if you didn't have to grow up with a mom.
Well, she was there in the beginning, but I was way too young. I was like 3 or 4. So I remember vaguely. But yeah. She was fierce and she was strong. Yeah, I don't know much more about
Alaric, make an insight check again.
On whom?
You are keeping an eye on the conversation, so Henry.
19.
His expression is even more darkened than whenever she mentioned that she didn't have a mom. So now you're working as a void. Like he kind of like you notice this. He kind of like shakens himself. Like so now you work as a void breaker.
Yeah, I'm just making some money because everyone needs money.
Money isn't everything.
Yeah, but it's nice to have it, be comfy.
True. You pick up on him being even more awkward. So what about you? Where are you from? You've been a bit quiet.
Same place, isn't it?
Also from Leona Broadway.
I said it wrong twice.
Well, before I say desert again.
Yeah. Well, it's not desert. It's savannah. So half correct.
It's not too dry. Just a little sweet.
Slight difference. But from Leo,
Leona Broadway.
yes.
I would have expected you to be much more further up north.
North? Why? Why would that be?
Well, have you looked in a mirror lately?
No.
Yeah, you should take a shower.
But
Like
no.
These cats don't like showers. You don't like one.
Well, there are still also like elephants in Concordia, so I suppose it's not that rare. But I would have guessed you to have a bit more of an Nordic descent. But perhaps your family just moved there.
I think they did move there at some point, but it's been a long time.
So what did you do before?
The honest answer or the
Are you asking that of Henry?
yes.
The question is, do you trust Henry enough to tell the truth?
That is up to you to
And
decide.
how much do we know about the truth?
Vague. Perhaps something that he wasn't proud of, but
I guess
My
there.
family doesn't have a good name in those areas. I wouldn't say you're friends with someone like me in that area.
I see.
One of the reasons I left, I didn't like those. The things. Some things are better left in the past.
Well, there are more void breakers that have complicated pasts and complicated families. So,
Yes.
So you're never planning to go back to them?
No.
So what about you? He completely skips that part of the conversation. Even you notice that. So what about you? And it stands very much out to Alaric. So what about you?
me? Well,
He just kind of like closes the book and just like, okay, for now.
it's a hammer. It's not sharp. Well, I'm from the Heartlands, from Timberheart, where I grew up, and then I wanted to be someone that stood up for, that fought against injustice and evil. Maybe I had a little bit of a, what's a difficult word? Romanticized view of the Voidbreakers. But it's good work. They tend to do the right thing.
So no family issues?
No, I still write to my mom and dad regularly. it's a priest back home. Dad is just, well, Dad was a little bit in all kinds of things, blacksmithing, woodworking.
Must be nice.
Yes, it actually is. Any other questions?
Well, if you just rolled into the work,
Kind of.
you were already a journeyman, I believe. I think,
It's true.
yeah, I think Riven, the deer man, I think he mentioned it.
That's not correct. Yeah, I'm actually kind of supposed to keep an eye out on these two. Ginny, I've been a little bit harsh. It was a difficult situation back there, and I think in the end we handled it properly. So, sorry if I snapped at you.
Well, everything went fine. Nobody died. Well, we didn't die.
Exactly. No, technically, the mission is still fully intact, given that you're still intact. Oh, that's some good meat.
That wasn't awkward at all.
What was?
Me just with my cards, just.
Well, we don't know each other. Well, I know you two, but
The lyric is getting aggressive already.
we don't know each other that well, Henry. But that's fine. That's why you're free to ask any questions. I mean, or leave the past buried. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of awkward. So, it's been thundering a little bit in the distance, hasn't it?
Yes.
You think there's any chance of rain? Because then we need an extra tarp on the tent.
Don't you smell rain coming?
Ginny, you have Druidcraft. You can predict the weather. You don't have Druidcraft?
I don't think so.
That is a nasty stereotype of food folk. We don't smell.
Okay. I thought you, as a druid, would have.
I have guidance, radiant string, and chilligan.
Okay.
I thought with a
You have to have it,
strong
sorry.
sense of smell you
I was
might be able to.
think
Well, you could make still an educated guess as the wisdom caster.
Educated with.
Nature check if you want to.
But yes, that's actually a very hurtful stereotype. We feel it in our tails, not with our noses.
oh, natural 20.
My tail can't beat that.
Ginny, you look up at the
Only
sky.
my head's getting wet can beat that.
What you notice is that when looking up into the sky, there's a bright, beautiful full moon. But a little bit further up ahead are indeed clouds, with indeed thunder. But what you do notice is kind of like you do notice clouds on this side of the moon and clouds on that side of the moon, kind of like almost like circling around. But those clouds in the distance, you've noticed from like the time that you've heard the thunder now up until this point, they're not moving into that direction. They're kind of staying over there. And you have no indication that it's going to rain. But you do think that storm a little bit further up ahead, it's a little odd. And when you are sensing, kind of like also, I assume you're sitting at the camp. You kind of like feel a little staticky, like a little zzz from your feet. And you're kind of like wondering, is it coming from the little diamonds, or is it something else?
You've been unusually quiet, Ginny.
Well, I was just predicting the weather, and I think that it's okay. I think my tent will be dry, And you guys, I don't know. But the thunder is staying over there, so it's all good, right?
You're not into black magic, are you, or something?
No.
Making it rain above our tents and keeping your own eye?
Well, that would be fun.
Now, I don't want to interrupt your fascinating conversation, but what do you mean the storm is staying over there?
Well, I don't really see it moving in any direction.
Would that sound odd to Alaric?
It already sounds odd how she says it, so yeah. Like, even, like, Henry is like, huh?
Well, now that you mention it, I suppose I haven't seen the clouds come closer.
And the sound hasn't come closer.
That too.
I'm gonna read a little while further. This book is about this region.
And about storms.
I'm
Thunder.
gonna
It's about
read
storms.
a little up ahead.
Yeah, it's about thunder and storms and lightning and weather. About this region.
Yeah, they mentioned they were just talking amongst themselves about the lands of the storms. Or the stormland. That's a better ring to it.
Especially if that storm doesn't move, right?
That's not really supposed to happen. Could be magical.
Could also.
Could be something I need to smash with my hammer.
I didn't know that. So I told you yesterday, I think, or was it today, this morning, about the Chambert family. Just before, well, it was destroyed by your ancestors. That 3 seers arrived here. So apparently they were storm seers. And apparently within this region there are pillars with storm runes, markings. And he kind of, like, in this case, like, flips the book open and he reveals an intricate marking. Has anyone ever seen this? Alaric, it rings a bell for you.
I have seen the style of rune before.
Where have you seen that? Well, your armor has one like it, right?
Yes. There are many pillars in this area that have rune. Especially on the Dago plate.
So according to the book, and according to this chapter, apparently all around the Chambert royal family, it has these pillars. And these kinds of, like, markings.
So, do we also need to go in that direction of the storm? Is that where we need to go?
Well, if what you're trying to dig up is the ruins of their former seat, then yes.
Last time when I was there, I was also there throughout the day, and there wasn't any storm. Also in the evening, there wasn't also a storm. So I'm not sure.
Could something have activated that?
Or the moon?
It is a full moon, and, well, you know what they say about the full moon. It's when the passage with the dream and the nightmare is the thinnest.
Don't go crazy on it.
That's also a hurtful statement.
But it's more like a fairy tale. It's not like you can actually go into a dream or into a nightmare.
Or they're just trying to welcome us.
With thunderclouds.
Well, there is an older legend, but it's not really that known in this region. And here, so there is another royal family of humans. Alaric, make another insight check.
Goed in.
20s.
19 plus 4 is 23.
Close enough.
Hij he accidentally stumbles over his words. And you picked up that he wanted to say the word us, but he talked over it. There is another royal family. It's the Stormclan family. It's actually towards the Bristolfur Highlands. It's very far away from here. You need to pass through the Iron Caverns and the Iron Fur Gates over and all that on the side. But over there, there's an old story that there was once a dragon, a lightning dragon, named Acheron, I believe. But that's a very old story. That dragon is already long gone. But it did inspire the name Stormclan and the royal family over there. But you picked up that he used at a certain moment the word us, but the others didn't notice because he kind of like mumbled over it as if he was stuttering.
Unusual. Well, I suppose we'll see in the morning if there's a storm where we're heading. Do you humans dabble in like this kind of weather magic often?
Us humans? Looks at Ginny.
I don't.
You just
No,
predicted
that's
the weather.
Well, I just looked at the sky and it was pretty clear that it didn't come.
True. No. No, I studied some defensive magic, but that's about it.
Well, I meant more in general, but
Well, I suppose the Stormclan family has studied certain elemental magic. But well, part of their royal family, part of their royal family is actually dragon folk. I think there is someone named Adrax. I'm not entirely sure, but I know that there is like an interracial family tree over there.
curious. Well,
Sounds fun to visit that one soon. Oh, first research.
yeah, you have things to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What kind of time is it?
It's soon time to go to sleep.
Why don't you prepare yourself? Then I will do the same, and you can take first watch, and then after a couple of hours you can wake Ginny.
Ginny. All right. Now I can't really read my book.
Do you need a light? Or
Hmm?
do you need a light or something?
No, the campfire is enough light to. He needs to pay attention, of course, so he can't really like dive into his book.
Hij kan hem niet helemaal inzuigen, nee, want er staat er in één keer een hygiëne in achter.
Well, he does, of course, still have the pylon, but do you say this out loud? Like, because he may still be worried about that again.
Well, it's fine if you read a page or two, but don't get too caught up in it. Who knows what might stand behind you when you wake up, when you come back to the world.
Yes, make it worse for him.
Well, that's part of camping out in nature. It could be I don't know.
A skeleton?
No. Some wildlife. I don't know.
Well, camping is a new. I'm not used to camping a lot.
Yeah, I was about to say that you don't look like the type of person that spends a lot of time outdoors.
Couldn't have been your bees. Huh? No bees.
No, I think they're asleep. I haven't seen them.
What's up with that, actually? I noticed them too.
Well, they've always been with me after the accident, and then, but now they're gone for a little.
Do bees even sleep?
most bees sleep, but these ones don't. The roses are floating with
So are they like ghost bees?
that sounds funny, ghost bees. I don't think it's necessarily ghosts, but more like ethereal beings. That's ghosts. I think. I don't know.
That's very strange.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to wrinkle my brain on this.
Well, you've seen me before, so you know about the bees.
Yes, I've known about you being a little bit
Ghost
odd.
stories at the campfire about bees being ghosts.
So do you also produce honey then?
Why do I keep hearing that I produce honey? I'm not a bee. I'm a human.
I know, but
Do you produce honey?
no.
Well, I've never really licked you, but I presume that you don't produce honey. It would rather sound more like that you're the queen.
Well, yeah,
You know.
somewhat.
Bees circling around the queen. Like the bees make the honey.
So do you then wake up and just find honey all around you? Now that would be useful.
Well, they are not really producing that much honey. They're more like retired.
But they are producing it.
Really, it's not making it any less strange.
I don't know. They're not producing now because they're more like ghost ethereal bees. Before that, they produced wonderful honey. Pink even.
Pink?
Yeah, it was quite a.
I used to have a lot of pink honey in my childhood. I think we imported it from somewhere. It was some exclusive brand. What is your last name? Finley.
Finley, Nee, Evelyn.
Evelyn. It was some special brand, Evelyn's Pink Honey or something.
It's me. And my father.
Oh!
And his grandfather and grandmother.
Why did you stop producing the pink honey?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But here has ethereal beings.
Well, that explains so much.
Though your mythical non-honey producing retired bees have disappeared.
Yes.
And that doesn't worry you in the slightest.
Well, it was, there was one moment when they were like gone for a moment, but it's been a little longer than I expected.
Yes.
But
Maybe they'll just appear after having a good, long rest.
yeah, usually when I wake up, there's some of the bees on my face. But yeah, it's kind of weird. But I can't really look for them.
Alaric, please make another insight check. See what happens.
Hoe steeds het wel? 15 plus 4 is 19.
He quickly says, but once again, because he's mumbling and he's like a little stuttery. One of the servants, a friend of mine once told me that there was this queen of bees called Beatrix, and she also was like surrounded by bees. Apparently, she had something going with some kind of dragon lord. I'm not exactly up to date on that story, but it's a very interesting lore bit. So I suppose it's perhaps something related to that.
You could be part dragon.
I don't think that's how it works.
Ethereal bee is already
this just goes a little bit over my head, to be honest. I'll just grab my warhammer and I'll go to sleep.
You go to sleep with your warhammer, like a cuddle buddy.
Well, if I wake up in the night and someone awakens me that there's something going on, I have to go into action mode.
Didn't you want to hug with owl bears?
That's different.
Is it
Besides,
Those are living creatures.
mauling?
mine is a little bit warm.
I sometimes hug a boo.
See?
Okay.
That's absolutely
feel
not
like I'm-
strange and very, very sad.
I sleep with knives.
Now
I feel
that
like
is
I am not the weirdest one here.
Why?
You sleep with knives, you sleep with a hammer, and you with books.
Protection.
I sleep with bees.
Well, then we all sleep with something strange.
Mine are alive. Somewhat. Kind of.
Do they have names?
Yes. All of them. Do you want to hear?
Sure.
Well, it's kind of hard because they're not here at the moment.
Can you tell the difference between every one of us? Wow.
It's kind of like knowing that you're becoming your. I forgot your name.
Well then,
Perfectly brings home the point, though.
no, guess I'm the least important part in this party. I think I'll head to bed.
No.
I had whiskey in my head. It's Whiskers.
The Whiskers is his nickname.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, maybe we should join for the night.
I'm not that kind of drunk that you have to call me whiskey.
But
Yeah.
if they're back, I'll explain them, and I'll show you the difference. It's quite easy to tell.
That actually sounds fascinating. Perhaps I could study it. Ghost bees. Ghost beasters.
Fun time.
Yes. Well, I'm going to my tent now.
And good old hammer.
Yes. As I said, it's slightly warm. On effect of the rune of fire, that's all.
Does it make that better? And I'll just walk off as well.
Henry, in this case, goes to sit down with his bag.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Shout if there's anything.
Alaric, you have caught Henry already in a few times mumbling something and then correcting himself quite quickly.
Alark doesn't trust him.
You don't trust him enough to stay awake.
He doesn't trust him in the sense that he doesn't expect him to, betray us and stab us and kill us, but more like he's hiding something. And Lorik appreciates honesty. So, but he assumes that he's not a threat. But I am holding my hammer.
All right. Arvin, just before you head into your tent, make a perception check.
One of these days I will find it. 17.
17. Something stands a little out to you just before you head in the tent, but then you think, perhaps it's just wildlife. But you notice the shape of like a little fox. You have night vision. Far at the edge, just kind of just sitting down, keeping an eye out. Do you tell this to the others, or do you think nothing of it and head into your tent?
I probably silently walk to Alaric, Say I might see something in the dark.
What do you see? What's...
I'm not sure what yet. I'm just gonna take a little closer peek if I can see what it is.
Then you'll need to leave the circle.
Well, be careful and shout if there's something that needs to be hammered.
Yes. I'll be as stealthy as I can.
Okay, then you make a stealth check. Because, well, the fox is of course looking.
It's like staring directly at us.
Just sitting there.
That's tough. I guess I'm the worst stealthy being. 10.
With a 10, you take 2 steps and the fox just into...
The underrush. And it's gone.
Yes, there's nothing to worry about. Just a
Oh,
fox.
did you see anything?
Just a little fox, just some wildlife. Nothing to worry.
Ah. Well, let's get to sleeping then. And yeah.
It does say that there's a lot of foxes and boar and... Okay, that's a little strange. But there's a lot of creatures here. Apparently the Chopin family really liked also these as hunting grounds.
Well,
They kind of use...
Some meat in the morning.
They like to use hounds. It has a picture, but it's kind of like a very specific type of breed of dog. I think that doesn't even... I don't think this... I've never seen that type of dog. But there's like hunting companions.
What does it look like?
Stel je voor een... zo'n jachthond.
Mastiff?
Ja, een mastiff.
It's not the same as what I've seen, just to be sure.
It's like I can imagine that if Alaric is perhaps already lying down in his tent, like looking out. It's kind of interesting when you think about that these dogs may be indirectly your ancestors. Fascinating how that works when you think about it.
oh, above game. Are monkeys a thing in your world?
Of course they are.
Above
Oh my
game.
god.
There is a theory, and even theorians know this, that humans may originally have developed from monkeys.
That's fun.
But
That's
it's not
Would Alaric
entirely
know this?
I don't know if Alaric would know this. I think Ginny would probably know that. But Alaric, just make a history check. If you have above a 12, then you know.
No. No.
You've always wondered where humans may have originated from. But Ginny, you know that they may have evolved from monkeys, but there's also theories that they may have that they come from somewhere else and they were placed here. It's not entirely known.
Well, the universe works in mysterious ways, as my mom used to say.
That's a good note to go to bed to.
I thought so too.
Good night, everyone.
Sleep well.
Okay.
Good
Don't
luck
let
with
the
what?
bees bite.
Alaric, are you actually going to sleep?
You've asked me this twice already.
Yeah.
Alaric would probably be awakened, a little bit longer than usual. Maybe just to keep an eye out if Henry doesn't accidentally fall into the fire or something.
With advantage, make a stealth check.
I'm laying down in my bed, unless he's like on top of me.
Open hands.
16 plus 8 is safety.
You've been murdered in your sleep.
10 minutes pass. 20 minutes pass. You already hear a slight snooze coming from Arvin. Like you also hear a deep sigh of Ginny. And you then hear Beep, 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 beep. You have your eyes closed, but you hear it.
I have good ears, yes.
Beep, 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 beep. You could let it go. Or you could look.
Alaric will, maybe a little bit more dramatic than he would normally do, be like, as he turns himself around and like makes sleep noises,
But he's wide awake.
just to, give the idea of maybe waking up.
Clumsy check.
That's all. Oh.
Oh. Well, you did hear something fall. That's what you hear.
Yeah. Alaric tries to go to sleep.
Yeah. "30 minutes pause. 40 minutes pause. 50 minutes pause. 2 hours pause. Hey, Jenny, it's your turn.
Yeah, Jenny will just. Yeah, she'll just. And she will wake up.
Go back.
See, you didn't have to worry. And then she'll just get up. And so, good night, I guess.
I'm gonna take a nap. Good night.
Good night.
Just as you, in this case, get up and pass him, you also hear. You heard it before, in the forest.
Those are not my bees, Henry. Do you have a bee in your pocket?
No? I think you asked me that before.
Yeah, something was like buzzing.
Your bees?
No, I know what my bee sounds.
I didn't hear any buzzing.
Are you sure?
You can make an insight check.
You perceive nothing.
10.
You have no indication that he's lying. Kind of looks befuddled at you.
Okay. Keep an eye out because I've heard it twice.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. He heads into his tent. You notice that in his tent there's still like a little light on from like a lantern. 5 minutes pass. 10 minutes pass. Light is still on. But after 50 minutes, it turns off.
Yeah, Jenny is also aware of it and sometimes checks to see if the light's still on, but after it's gone, it's like, okay, he's asleep. And I'll just be attending to my own things, hoping that in the time.
Make a perception check.
8.
They rolled a 4.
They?
Guess we are surrounded.
2 little foxes. In the distance, you heard some rustling. Like very quietly. And then, where Arvin pointed out, folks, there's now 2.
Jenny would probably be very interested in it. So she grabs like some berries or some stuff that hasn't been eaten yet and tries to walk over slowly.
As you're of course picking up something to do this, let's have you make an animal handling check, and I'll give you advantage because this is in your nature.
13.
With a 13,
Zombie time to sleep.
the foxes are still sitting there, but you need to, of course, approach them, and you would have to step outside of the circle. Do you step outside of the circle?
I would first be like right in front of the circle, just put the foot there and walk back a little bit, see if they move closer.
If you take a few steps back, then one of them takes one of the berries, has it in its mouth. Now that you see it, they're two bright white foxes. Stands a little out. This is not an Arctic region. It's two of them. The other one, and just immediately eats one of the berries. And then they just kind of sit down, and
They're sitting outside of the border and I'm still in the border, right?
Yeah.
Does it mean that if I cross my hand over the border that it goes off, or is it that when you step on it?
Anything that goes outside of this border would trigger it. You also wonder, are these foxes aware of this circle?
Probably not. Well, they can see the line. I will reach my hand out for them.
Let's have you have another advantageous handling check.
21.
If you reach your hand out, one of the foxes is going to approach you. It will cross the barrier. What will you do?
I think Jenny wouldn't. Think she would be aware, but it's fine. I am doing it, so. And then does it.
As in this case, one of the foxes just jumps towards you, and it kind of just leaps into your arms. Just an adorable little fox. But you notice that it has wounds. It's been scratched. It's hurt. The other one also slowly passes the barrier. Quickly turning around, you do notice that there's a light now coming up from Henry's hand. And he just... And what's going on?
Nothing. That was me.
Persuasion.
I needed to pee.
You turn around, and of course he doesn't have his glasses on, so he's perhaps slightly obscured.
3.
Yeah, he's gonna oh, Arvin, get up! There's something in the barrier! And, well, what do? Because, well, you now have to make a decision because you are holding one of the foxes, but this guy is making noise, and one of the other foxes is about to probably flee back into the forest.
Shit.
Make your choice.
I will. Can I do a quick healing on it? Not quick. But
Do you have healing? Do you still have spells?
yes. Oh, I didn't use that many spells. Yes.
Okay, what spell?
Just a cure wounds at level 1.
Okay. You don't have to roll. This is a fox. So you just kind of with a glaze of light just over this fox. And when this other fox sees this happening, and then pops down again, seems that you have earned its trust. And it can just immediately notice that this little fox starts licking you.
And the other one is now closer as well?
The other one doesn't run away. Still a little bit of a distance. It's still outside of the barrier, but...
Can
But-
I do a healing word on it?
Yeah, you can.
Just
The same happens. And then it just immediately just comes up to you. And just... But Arvin and Alaric are getting shaken up by Henry as if something is going on.
Alaric arrives from his tent, holding his hammer, but maybe not taking Henry that seriously. What's going on?
Looks at Ginny, now holding one fox, and the other fox is kind of like next to her leg.
Are you making friends with wildlife again?
no. Yes.
Puts his hammer like down.
I forgot about the border. Sorry, guys.
Ginny, why do you have to, I think,
At
like
everything.
snow foxes near you?
Well, they were hurt, so I was trying to heal them.
That's not an explanation in the least.
But why were they hurt?
Wouldn't you help somebody who's hurt?
But little fox. Wait, he doesn't understand me.
Well, you're
What are you
saying-
doing here? Alark tries something. He speaks in Theron. You would understand. I think you also picked up some.
Some. Thank
Everything all right?
Animals don't speak Theron, but Therons have a more interesting connection to wild animals. Because, well, a wolf folk and a wolf, well, they can't really communicate. But there's still something there.
They're vibing on a spiritual level.
Yeah, this is the little fox, though. And just, it's more like in your head. It yaps, but it's... Help! Poor!
Hold on. Alark goes back in his tent. Quickly puts on his armor. Like his chainmail shirt and something. He was like bare chested.
Yeah, Henry
Very
also was
manly.
like half, not undressed, but then like in a pajama.
And in more than just his loins, he steps out. Where? Show us.
Voice.
As-
Towards the storm.
Alaric slowly walks towards Ginny and the foxes. Will help.
You're gonna do what? Asks Henry.
The foxes are in need of help. And there are 2 white foxes.
Is he serious? Looks at you.
Why not? Why wouldn't we help foxes? They were. And I'm not owl bear, so I'm not gonna cuddle them.
Well, you
Well,
are
I'm
good one of them right now.
But they're not dangerous.
There's an improvement compared to others.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
What are you supposed to do then?
Well, maybe Alaric and I can check it out to see if something's up, and then if something's going on, we can always just.
yes. We'll just follow the foxes. There's probably nothing bad going on. And you and Arvin stay here. Don't get killed. If there's anything, just shout.
That's easy enough.
Wacht, dus Arwen gaat niet mee.
Dus
Dus
ik ook mee. Dan laten we Henry alleen. In het kamp. In het bos. Helemaal alleen.
well, if
He'll be fine.
If you leave Arwen behind, he'll be absent for a little while.
We can also just do a little Voidbreaker excursion. This
We can
time,
also-
preferably with less victims.
The horses are still, of course, at the camp, but you're leaving me here in to help 2 foxes.
You're free to come along, but I've had many experiences in my life that tell me that we should help them.
But if I come with you, then we leave all our supplies here.
So we have to make a choice.
Your assignment is to keep me safe, not foxes.
Well, they're still animals and they need our help. And we just asked, well, I think Alec just asked what they needed, and you can't be like, eh. So
You don't find it weird that they're white, the foxes?
Well, I suppose it's a little strange for Arctic foxes to be in this region, but
Think about what you could study.
persuasion check.
Something I should be good in, right? Right? Yes. Guess not. 8.
Roll for insight. That's a natural 2. Well, I suppose it's interesting when you think about it. Well, you're of course a snow leopard and you come from a bird from the savannah region, so, well, migration is of course an interesting fact, but that means that these foxes would have to stand up. Starts like a little rant. Well, the thing is, I'm not going to leave the crystal there, and we'll have to leave our supplies here.
I don't think so. Come here as it's pretty much abandoned, right?
Do we leave the campfire on?
Put the campfire out, and most of the supplies are in boxes and chests, so it should be fine.
Okay, then I'll come with you, I guess.
All right.
Let me get dressed first. While Henry, within 5 minutes, gets ready, you still have, of course, these foxes. What do you do?
I'm still on the sitting with one of them in my lap, no one beside me.
You can't speak with animals.
No, I'm useless apparently.
I mean, you are a druid, right?
I do have speak with animals. Sorry.
You could cast it, but remember,
Yeah.
you've already cast 2 spells. But
Ginny
you can
is just
cast
being Ginny with animals. Just
Why would I talk with them? I can still just cuddle.
Speak with rituals is a ritual spell.
Yes.
So
But that would take 10 minutes.
and you'll have to explain that to the others.
I mean, it could help. So I could talk to them, but it would take 10 minutes before my.
Well, we're awake anyway, so.
Sounds good. And then I'll start my incantation.
You sit down, you hold one of the foxes, the other fox kind of also wanders around, kind of confusingly looking at you. What are you doing? Comes over to you.
Head up like my hand. Squishy. Just take. But Alaric would also just make a little perimeter and check out if he sees anything in the distance.
Make a perception check.
And what will I perceive?
breakfast.
Dat is safety plus 4. En voor degenen die niet kunnen rekenen, is dat 21.
Why do you look at me
I'm
immediately?
looking at everyone!
Net plus 10.
What do my wolf eyes see?
Although these little foxes have been healed up by Ginny, you do notice that the one in front of you still has 2 spikes sticking out. And, well, they're kind of still inside of it, on its back. So Ginny couldn't heal that, and they're kind of stuck in the fur. And in the distance, a thunder slashes. Snort louder.
Does it feel like the storm is intensifying?
You would think it is, but the clouds aren't moving.
That's really strange. Besides, has Alaric, he has been in combat.
Do you take those 2 spikes out?
Well,
They look uncomfortable in the fox.
that was what I was going to ask. Does Alaric know enough medical first aid medic things to be able to carefully take one or both of them out?
I think it's mostly just plucking it and making sure that the fox doesn't squirm. Het is alsof je een cactus ding...
Well, then Alaric carefully. And
How are you holding it? Because you've observed it so closely with a 21, let's have you make an advantageous survival check. Is Arvin standing next to you?
I'm probably around looking what he is doing.
nat 20 plus
Oh.
fear.
Then
Well,
you're
that's-
just looking
I'm
on.
I'm just lost.
They remind you of a type of boar with spikes.
Porcupines.
A boar with spikes.
Yeah,
What kind of creature?
well, literally a boar with a spike mane that it can eject as like a defensive mechanism, kind of like a mixture between like an
An owl and a bear.
Porcupine
and
and
a porcupine and a boar.
Are those things common?
Not particularly, but they are kind of a wildlife that exists. It kind of can appear anywhere, and their meat is quite tasteful if you remove the spikes.
This is a hunting
But
ground.
are they poisonous?
No, but this thing is
Lightning.
staticky.
Static. That's weird.
Oh, as if it's charged, but then it kind of like loses its spark.
Well, that's strange.
Not strange.
Or
These are needles from, heeft het een bepaalde naam, dat beest? Spiked boar?
a spiked boar.
Porcupine?
You can call it a porcupine, but it's a spiked boar.
These are needles from a spiked boar. And they were charged with lightning.
Wait! I read something about that.
I also had, like, when we were sitting at camp, that my feet were like, when I was touching the ground, like a little.
You felt it too. I thought at first was just my pylon. Perhaps it's the ground, but yeah, the ground here is a little like charged.
That's why my fur was sticking to everything.
Yeah, true.
Oh.
But I read something about that in my book. Hold on. So apparently this region is charged with certain lightning breath, and well, it can affect creatures.
Lightning breath.
Well, magic is breath, so
Oh.
lightning breath.
I thought you meant like from a lightning dragon. Like, brrr.
Could also be right.
I suppose it's possible. It doesn't say in the story.
Right. That story sounds surprisingly true to form.
Well, if this book is about the region, then I suppose it's true.
Especially since nobody's come here in
Generations.
No, this book. I found this book in a library, dusted off in like the edge of an old collection.
Very strange. Well, little fox, you're good to go. So, there might be a boar around.
So
They are
breakfast.
tasty.
Breakfast?
Yes, Arvin, that could be breakfast. Or your final meal. But we'll get to that when we get to it.
A porcupine that sizzles with lightning.
Probably gives an extra kick, just like your garlic.
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay. I already said that was coming, but
You
I'm
did.
gonna stay in the back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you. That's our job.
Uh-huh.
And since you're coming with us, we're still protecting you.
Yeah. Okay. Lead the way.
Go
fox that you're holding jumps out, and in this case, it leads you into the forest.
Would
Hello.
my speak with animals be full?
Your Speak with Animals spell is now complete.
So, you may. I don't know what it does actually.
It speaks with animals.
What do you ask? What do you say?
So, what happened, little guys?
A big boar.
How big?
Big. It can't really like big. It. Ouch me.
Are there more foxes of you guys?
And the other fox. Our kids stuck.
See, this is why we need to help, guys. The kids are still stuck there.
You already have a little nest of little foxes.
I'm kind of like looking at them and be like, see,
Sorry.
Well,
We can. We don't stand chance.
we do. Let's go.
Dangerous.
I'll just have my bow out. Just
It's
we'll
fine.
smash him.
It's fine. We took out the big guy that was even taller.
Knock.
Big guy.
Like a big ogre.
Terry.
I don't know. We don't know his name.
Terry. Big man. Cave.
Well, he did live in a cave.
It's strange.
Yeah, he was. He wanted to take me as a wife.
Why? Nini?
I don't know.
What is it saying?
Yeah,
So-
what are you talking about?
So, I think the ogre had a name, and these foxes are familiar with it. And his name was Daddy, the ogre.
But that's the name that it said on the plaque.
Well,
And Nimi was, I think, the wife.
we never saw him. It sounds like Jenny. No wonder it wanted you.
Why don't we just keep following the foxes?
yeah, maybe the rest of these.
As we are now switching map, I need to
Exciting.
please remove everything from the screen.
Are you, Lorik? Oh, no, wait.
You get Henry. You get Henry Cavill.
Okay.
The Cavill.
I actually have another little white fox.
Feels like
For a moment I thought you were gonna pick that big thing and I was like, that's not doesn't look like the right one.
Like, suddenly, poof! And this giant dragon fox appears!
that's
Lightning Dragon?
That would be very strange.
So, these two foxes kind of like they kind of like stick very close to Ginny, and they start like this way,
I'll be following them head on.
and they eventually stop at like kind of like where the forest path kind of like goes into two sides. I know it's rocky on the map, but it's not. It's just forest. But you do pick up on the fact that there's like as if something ran through here. And like from the leaves are still staticky. And rushes. It rushes through.
Where are you sure then?
Further.
It's further.
I saw it. Oh, there.
Scared.
Should I scout ahead?
Yes, you're good at that.
I should be good at that.
You can do it. I
Careful.
believe in you.
Careful, it's aggressive. Very aggressive.
Just don't die, and if you see anything, scream.
You, of course, are heading into the direction where this storm is much more of an actual storm. So eventually, you also see like an actual lightning strike, and it just impacts on this tree, and you see the tree just. But also, with a little bit of lightning, also comes a little bit of fire, and you spot that from over here. You see it happen. It's just a little flame that's coming up. Probably won't burn the forest down. The forest is pretty wet. But it is a natural light source. Where do you scout? What do? Do you head into that direction? It has drawn a lot of attention, while the others are perhaps keeping an eye out.
I probably kind of like make a circle around it.
Tell me where you stop.
Like, yeah. Also looking, mostly scouting this area.
Make a perception check. It's not that difficult, actually.
But I am difficult because it's a 7.
Even with a 7, you notice something blazingly fast, just straight through the trees. The others also hear this, but they can't see it because, Ginny, do you even have night vision?
I'm Ginny does.
No. Do you have a light spell?
Don't.
Nope.
No. Huh? Maybe.
You need the useless tool.
Like in this case, you'll then need to stick close to Henry, who's like holding up a little light, and you have night vision.
I can see everything.
Yeah. So just keep in mind that in this darkness, you don't have night vision, meaning that only within 10 feet you'll attack like normal. And you need to stay close to Henry, who's like holding up a little blue flame. So it looks a little odd for a light spell. But you see, and for a picture, imagine the sonic trails.
You just see lightning sparkles. That's basically all you see.
Exactly.
It's going this direction, right?
It was heading straight through there. It like you see this falling over tree, and it blazed right through.
I think I'll report a little back.
Then go back. You also now see the little blue flame that Henry is holding.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think I saw the board. Lightning struck a tree with fire erupting after, and the boar charged at the fire. So I don't. Might not be smart to have a light source near us.
You should be careful, yes.
Did you want me to put it out?
It might
Can you
attract...
cast it further away from us?
No, I don't have the dancing light spell.
It
Well,
might...
I could, and of course now we gaan with a self-check doen. He snuffs it out at first. I could light a torch.
Well, it seems attracted to light or movement.
Just keep it out for now.
But that means it was coming right at us.
What?
But then it comes right at us, according to what he said.
If the torch...
Oh, out!
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I thought she said on.
No. Keep it out for now. Let's move on further.
I literally can't see anything in the dark.
Just
I don't need it. It's fine. Probably.
grab onto something.
Grabbed onto your arm. Ah, sorry.
Don't worry.
So-
I'm gonna leave solved.
Was the boar hurt or Did you see anything of it?
I saw lightning sparkles where it passed. That's all I saw.
Could be
It was
hurting
very
in that kind
fast.
of way that it's like.
I don't think something that's hurt would charge through fire.
Not that fast, at least.
But if a animal with a tail has fire on its tail, it probably won't run away while the fire will still be falling.
But not through.
The book said that if creatures get affected by this lightning, they become more aggressive.
So should we just try to sneak in, see where the baby foxes are, take them back to our camp as sneakily as
Or at least
possible?
take them out. Yeah.
It's gonna kill them.
No! Take them out of the danger zone!
Yeah. Say that. Jesus.
Why would I say kill the foxes?
I don't know.
Smash it with a hammer.
You have been erratic at times.
I am not erratic. How dare
You sleep with a
Ulrich, make a perception check.
I shall perceive
Well, Ginny can make it. No, everybody.
absolutely 9.
Okay, Ginny, please make it.
dirty thing.
A dirty 20. With a dirty 20, you focus for a second while Ulrich completely misses it. And you are, of course, like a little hidden here. But you see it come right across from this side, straight through the trees.
Damn.
If you would take an opportunity, you would have it here or here right now. Otherwise, it's going to pass through. If you would want to take an opportunity to either hit it, cast it, do anything, it's now.
I'm not gonna do it.
Then it straight passes through, once again leaving a trail of lightning right in its path as it flees through. And the foxes, like, one of them, like, tugs on your leg.
We should hurry up and look for your kids. Lead the way, please.
Yes.
Animal handling check. The animals are afraid.
12.
They're
13.
not moving.
Can
It's
I,
okay.
Can it? That's probably too big. Can I lift them both?
They're two small foxes, so a little heavier, but
Under movement.
You guys point the way,
forward.
and I'm not running, but like on a higher pace, going forward.
Move yourself forward.
Arvin has fallen.
Are the others just immediately following after her?
Definitely. And I'm probably pulling Henry along.
Probably like through the forest.
Just hold on to my tail.
Arvin, you're the closest. As you see it in this case blazing just past you, just like at lightning speed, you just see it like... You just see it just passed by. In the direction of the fire, and then it scoots off screen again.
Again through the fire.
Well, not through the fire, past the fire. The little kids. Of the little foxes.
Well, it went that way.
Alright.
We go that way, but we should probably hurry.
Yeah, let's
It
move.
is where the
forward.
fire was. Oh, yes.
This way.
Well,
Well, it's very
folks, we'll just move here.
That way. Just past the fire.
This way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The fire is still like a little bit smoldering, but it's not that very intense.
I presume I brought like my water skin or something.
Now, water skin is not that... It's not enough fire to put out this. You would actually, like, imagine a tree trunk a little bit on fire.
Oh.
That's
like the actual trunk.
Yeah.
But it's smoldering, you say.
It's smoldering already.
Oh, then there's nothing to worry about.
But it's still like bright. So, like the foxes.
We're not going to die. Do we move forward, Ginny?
Yeah, we should definitely move forward. A bit more to the left.
To the left.
Maybe a little bit more cautious.
Like one of the foxes jumps out, and in this case over there's like in between like the bushes, there's like a little cave, and there the foxes go in, and like 3 cute little like cute tiny fox kids. Yep. But then the fox.
One missing.
Where's number 4?
The two big foxes like they immediately look around frantically. It's very obvious that the 4th one is missing.
I'm gonna crouch down and in front of the babies. Do you know where the other one is? Yeah.
They're too young to communicate. The only thing that they say is bzz, bzz, bzz.
Well, what does that tell us? Alaric takes on a defensive position because they're like busy in like the bushes, so he would be standing like here, keeping an eye out for boar.
Okay. Make a perception check with advantage.
13 plus 4 is 17.
With 17. From the direction that it was last coming from, you once again see the boar coming past. But then you look really closely, because now you know what it is. And in between the spikes, there's something white. Kind of like as if it's like adhered to it. As if it's kind of like stuck. And then you listen, and you hear a little...
Okay.
As it...
How fast is this? Because Alaric would try to tackle the boar with his hammer. Does it come within striking distance?
You tell me where you would put yourself on the map, because this is a random roll.
Okay. I imagine the situation is somewhat like this. So I would be here, looking out, and as soon as I would see the boar, I would just heave with the hammer and try to aim for its legs. But if it goes too quickly that it's beyond my reaction time, I understand that. Or if it's way beyond my reach.
You would be fast enough, but it's not within reach. Do you have a ranged option?
Yes, I have a crossbow.
You could shoot its leg. It still, because it's so blazingly fast, has a very high AC. But you could hit it, perhaps in the leg.
Maybe I at least can get its attention.
Is that a good thing?
Yes, I put away my hammer, grab my light crossbow, and aim in the direction it was going.
Alright. Make an attack roll.
I do have a 1d4 added, right?
Well, it was on your hammer.
Oh, you said all my weapons.
Did I say all your weapons?
I think you did.
Did I?
Maybe. Not.
I don't-
21?
Okay. With a 21, which was exactly what you needed.
18 plus 3.
Alright. What you hear is that when you see this boar just at a certain moment here, around here, there's a clear line of sight for you. And you hit it and you hear from this boar. And you hear also in the distance a little bit. The foxes are, of course, a little bit frantic. What do you do? Yeah.
Alaric would put away his light crossbow, grab his hammer and shield, and run at it.
Okay, because this boar is going to charge right at you. How far do you move? Because this is now...
Well, I first want them to know what they are going to do, because they see me do this.
Yeah.
I'm not communicating. I'm like blind with rage and violence.
Okay.
No, that's that's a little bit too
Blood
dramatic.
for the blood god. For the god.
Well, this is kind of like as if we're going to go into initiative, but you see this happening. You see that he shoots at the boar. What would you instinctively do?
I would tell the foxes to stay in that wall for a moment, so we can take care of the ball.
Yeah.
And go after them as well.
Okay. What would Arvin do?
Probably like sneak a little off to the side so he is not in sight, but with his bow out to if it comes in vision.
Okay, got it. Then I say that you can get up to around here. And just for confirmation, these paths, all these trees, if it's covered by a tree, is
Still
in extra vacuum. It's
yeah.
Difficult terrain.
it's difficult terrain. Yeah. Also, the trees grant half cover. So if you need to shoot at something, you need to hit something, and the tree is in the way, it will get +2 AC. Okay. It's time for the roll for initiative.
Something
Instinctively-
I would wish that
Instinctively, I think that
should.
Henry would kind of just like touch you at the back and grant you a blade ward. Well, you'll see if it does something.
He just grabs but misses because it's dark and holds on to my tail.
Yeah, and then you feel something charge through your tail, and it grants you blade ward for 1 turn.
Of course, I'm the best at initiative.
We're gonna take a little break because I need to.
Static.
Yes.
Are we ready to roll for initiative?
I just did, and it's not good.
Alaric.
So
Could be worse. Could be worse.
let's see.
Arvin.
6.
Ginny.
Yeah,
14.
14.
I'm supposed to be good at this.
Iemand die eerder aan
Who
de
will
beurt is.
roll for Henry? +2.
Oh, you poor son.
Oh,
4.
You're all surprised.
He's dead.
he's just rammed.
So gonna die.
Natural 20.
Sounds
For the foxes, right?
No, for the Stormboar.
they're in that hidey hole.
Just still need to roll for an idiot.
They're in the hidey
They have to
hole.
roll for initiative to run away.
Oh god.
Okay.
This is all that's left of Henry. An orange orb.
Yeah, pretty much.
Burned to a crisp by lightning.
Applesauce on the wall.
So, what happens is that, of course, you were charging at it. That still happens before you officially roll initiative. What is your movement speed?
To 30.
30. I assume right at it?
In that direction.
2, 3, 4.
Because Alaric assumed that he had a good hit and the boar would have fallen over.
Well, the
So-
boar definitely got hits.
So Alaric is maybe slightly surprised when he suddenly sees a glowing blue thing run at him and thinks to himself, oh fuck.
Mm-hmm. Because it turns around with the arrow in its leg, staticky. You notice that on the side, within like the spikes, there's a little fox. And just for confirmation, this fox is stuck on it. You take a quick peek. It doesn't look that great, but it's kind of adhered to it.
Yeah, it's probably stuck with the fur and stuff.
Do I get to roll for them? Sure. Yes, you do.
On yourself.
No.
That's also that. Do you have the initiative and stuff on the screen? So.
Hmm?
On that one. On the.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Oh, my finger.
4 piercing. That's like a quarter of his kneecap is just.
It barely does anything.
This but a sketch.
It's very scratch. And now it's its turn.
Or the other
It's enjoying that.
Wait, can we negotiate?
Well, it immediately and it's just going to right at you.
You love being charged by things, don't you?
Yes, that's my hobby.
You like being on the receiving end, it seems. In battle.
Okay, so in this case, it is too close by to fully charge through you. It moves up to you, and it's going to make a tusk strike.
Oh, that sounds very unpainful.
You have a shield, right?
Yeah.
You're just gonna fly 3
But
building yards.
an 11 doesn't hit you.
No! Good grief!
However, this thing has passed through, so it's going to charge right through you. So you're gonna take damage anyways.
What did we say about incorporating Fire Emblems?
Well, that's true. But you're just gonna take some lightning damage as you're just being thrown. But it's kind of like, just like, it comes with the tusks, but you dodge it and it just charges through.
Like it scrapes my shield.
But you still take.
That's a lot nice.
You're getting zapped.
Zijn alleen maar die biertjes.
Oh.
You still take 6 lightning damage.
Oh!
As it, in this case, it just goes right through you. And it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It gets through there.
It has movement.
And if it charges, it has even more.
That's not very nice. Ginny!
In this very fast moment in time, you see that Alaric is getting charged. And you see that it is around there. And then you get your turn to move.
I will.
Everything is blindingly fast, just know.
I will walk up, like over here next to the.
And everything happens a little bit simultaneously. So
And then I will use my beast like wand, the wild shape. And furthermore, I wanna try to. Please stop. Please stop for a moment.
the only thing that you hear, because it's still an animal, pain, pain, but nothing more.
Wow.
Can
The
I
pain of it.
just that he wants to deliver pain or that he is in pain?
Well, you can make a very educated guess.
I don't know.
Educated wish then.
So it's like
It's in pain.
it's in pain. Mm.
Wouldn't you be a
Me
pain
too?
with all the spikes?
Well, no, because it's a Spain boar. Wow. Hey,
Yeah, it is a spade because it's in
But
pain.
you know,
Spanish law.
but you
Yes,
know
it's
that indeed there's a little fox adhered to it.
That would be weird if that would be the source of the.
I mean,
What do you do?
What can I do, Jenny?
I did use my wild shape to,
Is that an action?
to up my spores. I don't have any. Yeah, can I, ready my shellagag?
Shellay.
No, I mean, I will.
Shellagag.
No.
Shellagag is a bonus action, huh?
Yeah, but can I oh no, that's an action.
You don't have to, because
Yeah, but I was gonna say ready myself to attack, but that would be an action.
yeah, that would be a ready action, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it.
Okay. Arvin. No, Alaric.
Now, Alaric the Great.
I'm always sleeping all the
is-
battle.
Slightly shocked. You just take things slow, like calculated.
I can spin like a butterfly. Spins like a bee.
Yeah. Sleeps like a sloth.
My spirit.
Yeah, that's tough.
Eating poisonous berries just out of spite.
Yes. Dat is 8 movement. Dat heb ik niet. Ik heb ook geen reach. Hè? Nee.
Je hebt wel een bow, maar half damage.
Dit ook
Burn
niet.
the forest.
I'm not even going to entertain that thought.
How much movement do you have? 30?
Ja, dus ik kom tot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can go.
Dat is hier.
You don't have to go through the shrubbery. Just take the long way.
But it's still...
Max, enlighten me. Is it here or here?
It's on the square that I left it on.
This one then?
Yeah.
Well, that's true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just us.
And I run up and I smite it with my hammer.
Yeah.
I don't have smites.
Make
I
it.
really need to start playing a paladin again.
Make an attack roll.
Whoa, balls get
I love my paladin. Oh, but this time I would build him better. Sorry.
I don't know what
No, I think I had one.
Dat is 17 plus 3 plus veel. Plus 7. Dat is 27.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Want die kreeg ik er op de eerste aanval bij. Dat was alleen voor de hit, zei je, hè?
Yeah.
Ik hoop het was voor damage. This but a sketch again.
Oh, wacht. Moet ik dat van tevoren aankondigen? Als ik mijn Fire Rune gebruik?
Let me quickly check. When you hit a creature with an attack, you can invoke the rune. So no, you can just do it whenever you want.
Then I invoke my rune! Because I got it back on the short rest!
What is the DC for the strength save?
15!
If only you were colossal again.
You know what? I'll roll it for there. It gets... Yeah, it's charged, so it gets +4 right now. That's and 1.
Plus 4 is 5, which is below 15 if my calculations are correct.
Please describe that to me.
It's dead.
Oh, it's,
As I-
it's absolutely not that.
Hit it with my hammer on the side where the fox isn't. Flamey change, grab onto its legs. And it gains a tremendous amount of flames damage.
Roasted boar. Breakfast.
You.
Well, there's this little fox on it, so be careful.
Gonna say.
So that's 9 bludgeoning damage and 6 flame damage. And it's restrained for 10 rounds.
Yeah, it gets a save, right? Yeah, I'll check.
Yeah,
quickly.
I believe so.
Or be strength. The target must make a strength save or be restrained for 10 rounds.
The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn.
Yes. I just like to play with. It's
I-
a game. We're having fun. We're having fun there.
I know, it takes a lot of damage actually, and I really heard it. However, it gets its reaction, discharge. You're standing within 5 feet of it, so it's going to force you to make a little constitution save. And are wearing metal, so it's with disadvantage.
So, have I ever told you about me painting my ceramic chainmail silver? But I have a decent constitution save. So 14 plus 4 equals 18.
You succeed and only take half damage from it.
Oh, nou dan. Kijk,
No, 6.
kijk iets minder harder.
It's just 2 lightning damage.
Oh,
Het is but a scratch.
en ik bedenk dat ik helemaal dood ga.
That's next.
I am still taking the blunt force of this damage. It would be useful if I had companions.
What about companions?
Who, me? I don't do shit.
Henry, get it!
What? I don't have any spells!
Henry, use fireball.
Just stab it with your glasses!
Wow.
Look at it funny.
Use your humanly charms to charm it.
Gets run over immediately.
Yes.
Okay.
What is my bow's range?
Your bow's range?
Says on your
Yeah, it's 80. Is it short bow?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's 80, 320. So you can easily hit it.
Then I'll just stay safely over here. But I can get a sneak attack, right? Because Alaric is next to it.
Alaric is next to it, and it's restrained. So yeah,
However, its AC is higher.
its AC is pretty high, and it's still
And it's insurability.
Yeah.
it still has pretty high AC.
Well, it is restrained though.
Yeah, that wouldn't change its AC.
No,
No.
doesn't change its AC.
So it's a bit. Yeah.
It's kind of like as if the electricity around it is kind of like preventing it from more harm.
So it's just a normal attack. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
No, not with advantage, right?
with advantage
With advantage.
because you're next to it.
We have hope.
With advantage, but it's a high AC.
There's hope.
What is your attack modifier?
18.
18.
Yeah, like I said, it has a very high AC.
And the trees.
And the trees. Yeah, because right now it's in the trees and it gives it cover. So
Damn you, boar.
however, just know that once it lowers a few thresholds, its AC also lowers because it has a lot of HP. But you unfortunately missed, and the arrow just kind of like it like scraped it, and it just deflected the arrow. Just
Glad I didn't hit any of you guys.
Yeah,
The fox just being speared. Oops.
well, the poor fox is like sees the arrow coming right at it, and then the lightning from the boar just.
Saved.
Let's see.
Henry? My boy, do something.
What have they done to my boy?
Well, it can't really do that much, but it can do still one thing. Let me see. He needs to make a quick check.
Yeah, Henry is a divine being.
It's a he. It's a he. It's not an it. No.
Dat zou wat zijn als je daar dan in één keer voorbij loopt. Zo van, it's not an eldritch being. It doesn't have tentacles yet.
But its stat block can do something.
Of course.
It gives you the damage reducing dice again.
Oh yes, that's.
So you don't get the bonus HP, but one time you can reduce damage as he just for this moment kind of like sends out 3 little glyphs towards all 3 of you, and you just feel it once again invoke on your arm.
When we've made
Thank you,
Henry
Henry.
work
That's
more than
all-
we've done.
That's
Can
all he
do.
does because he is a passive.
Yeah, he doesn't have any offensive spells.
Should get
Yeah.
offensive pythons.
True, but that's not a strong suit. That's the end of its turn. It's the Storm Boar. The Storm Boar, although it's restrained, can still make a disadvantage attack on Alaric. And it gets its reaction back, of course.
It takes 2d6 fire damage at the start of its turn, and at the end of its turn, it makes the same. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
8 fire damage.
it doesn't like that. But it
Saved
does.
by
It,
Alaric.
it takes damage, so it's gonna do discharge at you. Please, with disadvantage, make a con save. Its reaction is back on its turn.
But
I would
it's
really love
technically my damage, yeah.
It doesn't move.
Whenever it takes damage, it can use its reaction to discharge.
A
Oh,
dirty
it's
20.
good.
1320. This just
No, it's
half damage, which is just 3 lightning damage.
I'll gladly take it so that my companions are safe. In the hopes that they finally do something remotely.
I distracted it for 3 seconds.
Oh. I politely asked it to stop.
It just rambled on about pain or something. It should,
And then ran through you anyway.
should
again.
just take a cup of tea.
It's standing still, so did that help? Yes.
So
Did
it's
We're gonna have a talk after this hour.
it's gonna make a disadvantage attack on you.
Oh yeah, it's not paralyzed, it's restrained.
Ooh, that's still very high. 21.
Yeah, dat raakt net.
Okay.
And-
Your hammer is made of metal, right?
Part of it is.
Okay.
What part isn't?
The
handle.
leather wrap around handle, but
Leather is deflective.
You take 14 lightning damage as it just... And your hammer, kind of like you see it like corrode a little bit.
10 lightning damage.
10 lightning damage. Good.
Nice!
It's fine. You have health. You're healthy enough. You have more health than me.
Now it's gonna make a strength check at the end of its turn.
Yeah.
It's still stuck.
Okay.
Oh, damn it, it's stuck. That stupid ability is so good.
Yeah, I know. That's why I took it.
I know.
Maybe you should disengage and shoot it from again.
No, because that's significantly less damage.
But it also can't attack you.
Yeah.
Ginny! As it,
You were
as
screaming.
what you see is that this creature is like, and it just desperately tries to break the chains, but it can't go anywhere. It's stuck, but it also tries to get away from Alaric, because you, from like your nature's experience, sees that it's in pain, but you also sense fear. It's not knowing what it's doing.
Can I see if there's like an impact wound or something that indicates where its pain is coming from, or is it just him being charged?
Well, you already took a good look at it, but I'll give you a free perception check.
21.
Oh, okay. So you see this little fox adheres to it, but what you also see is that on its front, it has this kind of like lightning crescent on it, and it matches the symbol that you saw in Henry's book. And it's kind of like as if it's like engraved on its head, as if like lightning has like burned it in. So it's coming from the creature. It's literally just inside of its head.
Yeah, so there's not really like anything really good.
No. Not really.
Yes, we have discardable. Rune.
Hey, good work. It's not like that has never happened before. I never said anything.
I will walk up to it,
Surely?
just very casually, just on my
Smacked.
No, and then I will ask, there,
I continue.
I need this fox to.
Yeah, it's imagine that this creature is wildly flailing
But
about.
I'm still talking to it, trying to calm it down. But probably not really.
Okay, what is your modifier on animal handling?
3.
+3. No, then there's no way for you to calm this creature down. It's just impossible. But, however, you could try to yoink the fox off.
Yes, that was my plan.
That would be like a melee attack, like just a normal melee attack against its AC. So still difficult.
I'm gonna do that. 19.
It's still not below the threshold for it to lower. So 19. You try to like reach out to this little fox, but it just quickly and it's stuck, of course, and the chains are like holding it in place. Did you roll with advantage?
No.
Then you can try again. It's
sorry.
restrained.
17.
Unfortunate.
15. I can count. 18.
It wouldn't.
Wait, 17, 15, 18.
18.
Unfortunately, still not enough.
Yeah.
It's still stuck. Anything else, Ginny?
No. Is the little creature hurt?
From what you can see, it's kind of just stuck and it's being flailed around, but it doesn't look hurt, it doesn't look bleeding. It's probably just very, very, very dazed and it's gonna be very dizzy when it gets off.
No. Then that's it.
Oh no, it's traumatized.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yes.
Getting static electricity through it as well, continuously.
Alaric.
Alaric. Smash. He becomes quite big. I use my giant smite.
Giant Smite. In welke richting ga je dat doen? Want anders ga je ook letterlijk Ginny crushen.
She's used to it.
Okay.
After 10.
You actually take in 4 spaces.
He
then.
used to be
Oh,
crushed.
Digivolve. And I hit it with my attack.
Yeah. With advantage.
With advantage.
It's such a strong character.
Rune Knights are so good.
Ooh,
I've only played it 2
dear.
sessions and then that campaign died. But they're
God.
so good. In combat.
17.
Sorry.
Could have been so.
Once again, you hit it. It doesn't have a reaction. But actually, it's 16. Because your weapon now is -1.
That's so mean!
Because it has been corroded by lightning.
Beautiful hammer!
Still fixable.
Warhammer!
Still fixable, but
I have to polish it even harder. So I do action search,
Saws of a part of the hammer. God.
and I try to hit it again. Just. Oh, dat is beter. Kut.
-1.
Nee,
sorry, not sorry.
kan ik het niet op een andere manier?
Violent souls everything.
Ja, het is extra damage. Het is niet extra to hit helaas. So that doesn't do anything useful. Sorry.
I am very sorry too.
You don't have to be sorry, Max. You love this.
I know. Arvin!
I'll just sneak attack again.
Yeah?
Here comes the net 20.
Come on.
And that one and net 20.
Yay! Double damage! And double crit damage. So that's...
And it's sneak attack.
Yeah, so double crit damage and double... so that's 2d8 plus 2d6.
Nee, d6 for shotgun.
Ah, okay. So it's 4d6 then.
You want to?
Yes. Safety.
Oeh, dat is 20.
20 damage! Holy fuck! Okay, describe to me. Like you describe to me this a beautiful attack that will definitely lower its threshold.
It goes in between us.
Like,
A nice arrow. Right between the eyes. Like nice casual.
Yeah, it's not dead yet, but you hit it right in between the eyes. You hit it right on the markings, and you see just electricity just like bzzz, like stun out of it. Noticing that some of the sparks actually kind of like let go, but that does cause something to happen. Its threshold is lower.
Now we can damage it more.
Well, something definitely comes off it.
is it another boar?
Yeah. now that would be something.
It reproduces.
I did something.
Oh no, that's even worse. Could be worse.
2 little... Let me see, daar moet ik eventjes netjes verrollen.
Good God.
I did something.
Yay! You made the problem
Ja, jullie
worse.
twee wij kennen dit gimmick al.
I do something and I make it worse.
Oh nee. Yeah. I'm not going to say anything because
This is your favorite.
This.
This is your favorite.
Isn't that? Is it like on top of my toes?
Oh yeah, that's not possible. Then it would go to the immediate first unoccupied space. Yeah. But 2 little like balls of electricity, just
Oh,
like
nice.
zzz, zzz, and just zzz. Yeah, they appear.
That's funny.
Your favorite.
Its AC is now lowered. Henry, it's creating lightning elementals! Ah!
Do something useful.
Can't you just dispel him or something?
The spell is in his arsenal. He will probably try to dispel one of them.
Yes!
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
It's useful again!
Is it magic? Maybe.
Well, yeah, it's a magic.
They're magical.
They're magical. He's gonna try.
Like, Alaric is also magical, but you can't dispel it.
Are you sure though?
You can.
The spell is just not high enough yet.
We haven't tried.
I think I can do this. Bye bye. And he snaps his fingers.
You can change it. Bye-bye.
And he succeeds on the check.
Oh, good
That
boy.
one next to him, the number 2, just poofs away.
Yeah!
Nice. That's it. Actually.
Oh! Yay!
Well done,
It's something,
Henry.
I guess.
My son.
What? The storm boar is. The storm boar, yeah, it's angry. It has its reaction back. It's gonna do a disadvantage attack on Ginny.
I'm also doing my reaction, by the way. But you.
First my attack.
We're all reacting.
It's just getting bullied.
Yeah.
And
Also,
I
it
think
takes fire
19 will
damage,
hit you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually does.
Yeah, that's
It's not going to like that, by the way.
What's that? Oh yeah, it takes fire damage first. Let's do that else. Oh my god, it's gonna get lit up. Okay.
Just every boss fight you
happening,
throw at us is just getting
Yeah,
bullied.
I know.
It's
I know.
not fair.
That's fine. That's the game. That's perfectly the game. However, although there are no game mechanics for this poor little fox, I can imagine that this poor little fox is like shaken awake and sees everything around it on fire. Okay,
It's lovely
Ginny.
scenery.
Ginny, you take 12 lightning damage, and then its reaction is coming in.
You're loving this.
Please make a con save.
No.
Con save.
That's why I don't like.
That's why you had resilient, right?
No.
You had the resilient feat.
No. No. Wait.
Yeah.
No.
Hold on, let me check.
She doesn't know her own character.
I do. I do.
Yes, because you
I
actually are proficient in Constitution.
Oh, it's there. Jesus. I don't like.
Die, printed dice.
Yeah.
No.
They're all. Yeah.
If only I got hit by a dexterity saving throw instead of constitutions.
So it's
If only.
20.
At least it's not
22. Okay, that's just half damage. So that's just 3 lightning damage.
Oh, 15 damage in één beurt. Dat denk jij toch wel.
Okay, it's gonna try to.
Fine.
It's gonna try to break free again.
How about no? I'm glad and happy being safe over here.
That's a natural 20.
Oh
It's
no.
breaking free. As you see that it starts to like it. The chains just like. It's at the end of its turn.
Yep.
Yeah, so it cannot move yet.
So, I want to make a reaction.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my rune of stone to, when a creature within 30 feet ends its turn, force the creature to make a wisdom saving throw or become charmed.
Charm immune.
Oh.
It cannot be charmed in this state.
It's probably enraged or something.
It's enraged. It's out of control.
Well,
it has
it's
no awareness.
magical. But if you rule that, then
This creature cannot be
Fine.
charmed.
do I lose a charge though?
I will make sure that you'll save it because
Okay.
just
It's
because
because Alaric probably would try, and it would
Yeah.
fail. So I kind of would lose it.
well
It's up
you
to
can't use it otherwise anyways because you can't use your fire rune again.
No,
Do you get any other benefits from it?
no, it would be really bad for it, but not for me.
Then let's just say that you have used it and have learned that in this state it cannot be
It
effective.
does not do its thing. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I try to use my reaction. It fails. And then we move on to Ginny.
My reaction.
Yeah?
Oh wait,
No,
you're doing your thing.
Con save of 30.
And that is for every creature within 10 feet, right? Or just
I
any.
believe
Ah,
so.
Because that means that Alaric is also in it. And
No,
The fox.
well,
no,
the fox is currently untargetable. I'm not gonna be that cruel.
when a creature you
now.
can see moves into a
Too
space.
crisp. You
But you
burned
can
it
see.
too crisp already.
Did you choose?
Red bacon with fox.
Please don't talk.
When a creature you can see moves into a space within 10 feet of you or starts a turn there, you can use your reaction to deal 1d4 damage to it.
Oh, okay.
So it's only to one creature that I choose.
But
Yeah,
don't
technically
take
at the beginning of its
it would have
turn,
been at the
but-
beginning of its turn.
Yeah, but there were so many
Yeah.
reactions.
True. So, tell me.
It would need to save a con 13.
15, sorry.
It will matter.
Okay, then your turn now begins.
I'm gonna try to save the bee.
The little fox.
The fox.
Okay, you're gonna make a melee attack.
15.
Net iets meer nodig. 16. Sorry. Net iets meer nodig.
That's it.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Then the little lightning elemental, just like it sparks off, moves up, like it kind of like skitters all over the ground. It kind of like moves very rapidly, and it is just gonna cast something, and from a straight line, just right through you comes something charging at you. Let's make you have a dex save.
Dex save. 4.
5.
Lesser lightning bolt.
I like the word lesser in this context.
Yeah, it's only just a very small element.
1 damage.
I need no and one. Just 6. Did you fail?
Yes.
What was you?
5.
Yeah, then it's just 6.
I'm gonna.
And like from a straight line.
I rolled a 1 for my.
You poor unfortunate soul.
Arvin.
So 5.
Alaric.
Alaric is holding on. Have your time! Again. Oh wait, it's not restrained, so it's just straight roll.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate.
I think I should have had to roll twice because it was. No, it wasn't restrained. No, it wasn't.
Is 16.
Then you hit it. Beat it to beat it.
Ja, dat is ook niet zo heel veel damage meer. Nee, D6 extra. Dus dat is 7 plus 3 is 10 damage.
Oh my god! Christ. Not down yet. But now it's pissed off. Enraged.
I use my bonus action.
And it reaches, it has reached another threshold, so its AC is now 15. Cool. You notice that one, oh, yeah, I need to roll for something like that because it comes.
Comes with a free little bat.
And need to roll in which direction it comes.
Cute. I use my bonus action to drink a potion.
Okay.
A greater potion of healing.
Ooh. Nice. Anything else?
4d8 plus...
4d8?
Wat zei je?
4d8?
2d8. A greater potion of healing
Ja,
is
dat is 4d4.
4d.
Plus 4.
Similar.
It's close enough.
We
Honestly.
still have second.
It's basically the same thing.
We still have second wind too.
Yeah, but he would give him out. 5, 6.
What the letters on my pants let go.
That's very strange. 8 plus 4 is 12 HP erbij.
Nice. Glue, glue, glue.
Just one turn.
Ja. 18 HP. So be it.
Arvin is awake from his slumber again.
Arvin, please do something.
Alpha, and you move in total.
6 square. 7.
30 is. I can't reach it anyway, so I'm still hovering a little off to the side of everybody. Oh, just sneak attack again, I guess.
Sure, go for it.
$17, so it's already hits.
Yeah, it already hit.
You can hold still again for the.
Yeah, because you have advantage, because there's an...
You can always hold a 20.
Yeah.
I have advantage.
No, he doesn't have
Sneak
it.
attack.
Yeah, but he doesn't have advantage, because...
Sneak attack isn't advantage. Sneak
No,
Attack
it gives extra
is-
damage. 1d6.
Oh,
But he has advantage because I'm in proximity. We're in proximity, right?
isn't that a thing?
You don't
Only
need
you.
advantage on the roll if another enemy is near target. I need advantage to be able to use it, or somebody has to be next to it.
We're
Yeah.
next to it.
And you're next to it. So you get to roll your sneak damage.
No, you just have to roll d20 stuff.
No, because I don't have advantage.
Oh.
He does... No, so... Okay. So,
No, I
for his
understand.
sneak attack, he needs to have an ally next to it, or he needs to have advantage.
Yeah, and then it's the damage. And
Yeah, so it's 2d6.
I'm smart.
Are you?
Nope.
You're pretty smart. 8.
When the
Yes.
time comes.
3.
11.
Yeah,
Lovely.
definitely.
It loves arrows.
It loves
Making it a
arrows.
porcupine.
Ha!
Adding a little bit more spikes to it.
Reverse porcupine.
Yes. Can it please just fall over?
No, absolutely.
Just
fucking not.
crumble and die.
Absolutely fucking not.
Dispel it,
Anything
Henry.
Anything else?
Spell the board!
No, he can't dispel the board.
I cast 9th level dispel magic on you and you dispel. But I'm not magic! I don't fucking care.
Can't do
Okay.
anything.
Henry will try to zap one out of existence. He needs to roll 12, and his intelligence is +4. So he only needs to roll
Smart
8.
boy.
He needs to roll 8. Oh,
I'm supposed to be smart.
One of the elements is dead.
That makes 9, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's higher than 8. 5
No,
plus
hold
4
on.
is 9.
He needs to have 8 plus 4. Because he needs a DC.
Oh,
This
nee,
DC
dan
is
faalt
12.
hij. Want dan is het 9 in totaal. Henry, you poor fuck.
At least you dispelled one.
Oh. He triggers an ability.
It was a 19.
Roll again.
That's
It's an 18.
Like, Arvin, you're closest by. Quick perception check.
Okay,
Please do.
I will perceive 14.
With a 14. Just like fire for a second.
Try again!
And one of them poofs out of existence.
Is that the mage thingy? That one.
Yeah. Probably. Maybe.
Now it's a storm. And now it's a storm boy.
It's just surrender.
Another
New.
reaction!
Booming
Now
blades.
I'll do it at the first
Sure.
con save of 13. It's probably going to miss anyway.
I'm just trying to
Giant
get
roll.
3.
Oh, it's all day. Take 1d6 damage.
Yay!
And it's a 6.
Oh god!
Yay!
Yay! And it's gonna reach another threshold!
If
And I'm
only-
gonna roll for it, and yay! You're gonna get another lightning elemental, the last one! And I'm just gonna, because it's going to be upset, put it right in front of you!
Look.
What is going to do?
Oh, it's gonna do something.
We're gonna die.
You're
It's
going
gonna
to die.
explode. Oh,
Yeah.
no, not the spikes.
Quite,
So,
pain.
it's gonna, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is as if it's drifting, like a drift car, like, and it's gonna use.
So, do I get an opportunity attack?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
Do
I
I
thought that
get
was
an
going to be not the case.
Oh no.
Kill it.
Kill it.
That is a natural 20. That is so nice.
Yeah.
Finally.
Okay, fine. You do get discharged, but go for it.
That is double damage.
You're probably gonna get lucky because a thunder charge is gonna be.
A elf.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh no, hold on!
Giant's might.
Elf plus 5 is 6.
It's not down yet, but you do get 6 lightning damage from it. But yeah. Hold on, because
I get 6 lightning damage. Don't fucking care.
you see that it's now red. So it's red. It's not down yet. But it drifts through the forest straight at you, and it's going to charge. And this charge is actually 10 feet wide. And yeah, it's gonna hit everybody. It's going to ram right through you like a giant truck. So, thunder charge. Everybody, please make a dex save, and Henry too.
Something I'm good at.
20.
Not good enough.
Half damage.
That's very lucky for me.
Plus 1 is 13.
Failure. What was it? 10. And for a total of
10.
failure. Who will roll for Henry with +2?
Henry.
12.
Henry also fails.
Henry is dead.
Please don't let him die. I want to know why he's idiot.
I am lucky that I saved because I have 12.
I have also 12 health.
Oh, you're
because
big.
No one is healing me.
Oh wait, not my bonus action. Here we go. But I only have 1 spell slot left.
God, this is going to hurt, isn't it?
You succeeded,
Yeah.
and the rest didn't. Kan niet meer tellen.
Lucky.
21 lightning damage on those who fail.
21.
21.
How about I use
Okay, does it go?
Usually.
That's fine.
Ik had die
Does
al
it go?
Still 19.
Yeah. Henry is also going to take it. Henry still has his reaction. He still can cast absorb elements as an abjuration wizard. And he succeeds, so he only takes half damage. So Henry is not going down, but he's going to remain standing with not much HP. So
I take 11 or 10.
21 damage, so that's 11 damage.
I survive with 1 HP.
Okay, and of course it's gonna move because it's gonna move right through you. Like
Oh no, it loves Henry.
Henry also is standing with 3 HP. Poor guy. Alaric,
Is he standing on
are you?
No.
Are you?
I'm
You're
dead.
okay. You're dead.
No, down.
Okay, you're down.
I went from 12 to
You're down. And
-9.
how much do you have?
10.
Okay.
Good old 10.
And because you go unconscious, you immediately revert back to normal. So you just.
That's what you see.
You failed your dex save, so you're prone, and Henry also failed his dex save. So they're all prone. That's all it can do. Then the lightning elemental, the little one, is coming up. I don't know if it's intelligent enough to realize that Lorik is down. It isn't, so it's just coming at Ginny.
Which is even worse.
Yeah.
Imagine if your character dies to a fucking lightning element.
Could
A small lightning element.
Like in this case, it's because this one is the fourth one, so it's the weakest one. So it just is going to like throw a little at you.
She has one head off. Which is
How much AC do you have?
16.
13. So you see a little lightning just pass by.
Oh, barely hell, holding on.
Ginny,
She just got
you are standing there with two little elementals right in front of you. With two little lightning elementals right in front of you with a lark. Who is bleeding out? He's in the dying condition. So.
But I will.
Have you tried talking to the boron? Right?
I did.
You can try again. Maybe it works this time. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that.
Let me. I will tell you. I will use Cure Wounds level 2
On
Alaric.
Lark, yeah, okay. Roll.
I keep saying Alaric
Alaric.
because of so stop.
Okay. Well, roll for 2d8, right?
Yep.
Plus?
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Oh, you do.
8 plus 3 is 11. Holy!
Can I then still use bonus action healing word? Or is that...
That's
No,
two
that's
leveled
spell.
spell.
Yeah.
Two leveled spells. So no, you cannot do that.
The fox is too early.
Yeah, I used 2 healing spells for the foxes.
Nasty. Very nasty.
I have 2 potions still.
Of course you do.
I have a potion still.
Yeah, you
I'll finish this.
have 2 potions.
I will...
Yeah.
34 plus 2.
Yeah.
For myself.
All right.
Yes.
4... 6. Whoa. Jesus.
Your brain was like, what's number?
Number, yes. So I'm at 7 HP.
Oh. Dan kun je nog een 20 rondes mee.
Okay. Well,
So that's it.
another one of those little lightning elementals is, right in front of you. It's gonna just like, zzz, which in this case, like, it's gonna try to like slam into you with like a little lightning paw, I guess. $16.
I have 16.
That's 1 lightning damage.
Oh.
You
Good
that
time.
Good thing you drank my potion.
Just 1. Moving on to Alaric, who is prone.
Alaric's laying on the ground like, oh, why did I choose to do this? Gets up. That's half my movement. Oh. Am I going to take an opportunity attack? Oh, that's very unfortunate, actually.
I mean, you could.
Ja, I'll tank that. Dus dat is de helft, toch?
Ja.
Dan heb ik nog 3 vakjes over. 1, 2, 3. Dan mag je mij gaan aanvallen met Henk.
Ja, 2 die andere staat buiten reach.
Gelukkig wel, anders zal ik het niet overleven.
21. 19 plus 2.
Holy shit!
Just a strong elemental.
Yeah, that hits for some strange arcane reason.
2 lightning damage. It's like it's like a hand buzzer. Just
But like,
You had those chewing
the
gums.
fact
Yeah.
that it could hit me with an AC of 19 and their attack modifier is a fucking 2.
yeah, 19 plus 2, 21.
Oh! Alaric is like, what the...
You just got a bolt to move ahead.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a.
You're supercharged now, right? You can get.
I'm going to try and aim with my light crossbow. No.
Phew.
Yep.
Save it.
No.
You didn't hit
No,
any
sorry.
accident.
It's on 1 HP, its AC is at the lowest it can be, but it's not 7.
It's like.
I'll do something
You
useful.
hit Henry in the shoulder. no.
That would be comedic genius, though. Like,
Yeah,
for
that's comedic genius when I use my fail cards, but I'm not going to with that.
Our whole campaign. Keep Henry safe.
Henry is 3 HP and is on the ground. En in trouble.
Ik heb echt ook gewoon helemaal niks. Ik doe wel mijn second wind.
Smart. Arvin.
Ik kan waarschijnlijk ook sterven door die stomme lightning elementals.
Arvin.
Het is een one-time use, right?
Ja.
Vulnerability betekent advantage, toch? Of
Kom hier. Wait.
moet ik het lezen?
As a bonus action, select one creature as your chosen foe. The creature has vulnerability to the damage you deal and is resistant to all other damage. And it has disadvantage on its attack rolls against any other creature than you. So it basically focuses you to be its mortal enemy. It's actually kind of smart to do. Because right now you are
The healthier.
the healthiest. You could trigger it.
Well, not anymore though.
But it does give advantage, right? The vulnerability part of.
No, vulnerability means that it takes double damage from your attacks, but it's not officially advantage.
But he has a low AC, so if you hit him, you deal.
You're
Probably has 1 HP, right? So was it
No,
We don't technically know.
you technically don't know, but it's
really bad.
It's really bad.
It would be in your advantage to do this.
Well, I also have sneak attack for 1d6.
Yeah, so just go for it.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's.
Because Henry is in range, right?
Yeah.
Henry's going
Sneak
to
attack!
freaking die.
Because Henry is on the ground.
Triple dying.
Are you gonna comment it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then make your attack roll.
If I miss this, I'm gonna be very sad.
Yeah. We're all gonna be sad.
This is going to be.
Our game depends on it.
17, so
Oh!
I get
Okay.
that.
So because it's vulnerable, it takes double damage. You will do guaranteed 5 damage. So why don't you beautifully describe to me how you finish it off? As at the moment that you do this, I suppose that everyone for a second just sees like a flash of like a comet just fly behind you as it kind of like invokes that energy, and describe the rest to me.
It looks like a fiery arrow going through his eye, kind of making it a little cooked, so we have breakfast.
Okay, the little fox that was on it and has been on it all this time is kind of like just almost like being flung off it. And then you know what we do? Let's have you make let's let you do a dex save. Not that difficult.
That's right. Go to that catch it.
Yeah, 21.
You see that you shoot the arrow. This comet passes by. You see by it, and you shoot it, and the little fox. And you just. Yeah.
I did something this.
You did the finishing blow. You did. You made the most important roll of this match.
Yeah.
I
What
also
do I
made a
do
lot
with
of
that?
critical damage.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It falls over. The static just. As it. And just. Because your spell was still active. Free.
Wow.
And it just falls over.
Wow.
We hebben dus eigenlijk een goede daad gedaan.
And we have breakfast.
Not
Henry.
me. I'm vegetarian.
Who cares about vegetarians? Meat's back on me.
Oh, we're still all in a fight, guys.
Combat ends.
Are the elementals gone?
The elementals just poof away.
Not even close.
Initial thoughts.
Well, that was more dangerous than we would like.
Is it gone?
Yes, Henry. As I lift him up.
And I will use a healing word on my mask.
His hand feels surprisingly warm.
Is he glowing?
Well, you do notice that his eyes just kind of like sparked up for a second. And then they go back to his normal color.
I see.
He will receive 7 healing.
Oh,
A healing word.
thanks.
Critical score.
Well, that was very dangerous.
The boar is still on the ground. But there's still something like sparkling next to it on the ground.
I'm dying for a close look. So, he just moves up, takes a look at the corpse.
And I'm going back to the foxes.
Yeah, the little
Probably
fox
next
is like
to you just
immediately,
observe.
this little fox is like licks you, and you return the fox back. But what you notice, and Henry is standing next to you, on the ground there's a rock, but it was probably one of the rocks that was already on the ground. But the marking of that creature that was on its head is kind of like engraved on the ground, and you see that like it's seeping in the energy. To you, it feels similar, as if like how you invoke the runes on your powers.
Can I pick it?
You could. You could. If you do that, then you get this. Just know that above game. So, it's your choice if you take this.
Alaric would be like,
Okay. As a DM, you can pick it up, but you can also consider giving it to one of your friends.
okay. Does Alaric innately know what this means?
No, but what you see is that, just like with the other marks, it kind of will bond with you. Meaning that its effect will become yours. And as a DM, considering that he's the one who finished it off, it's your decision if he gets it or that you just take it. That's not up to me.
Oké, maar je antwoordt mijn vraag eigenlijk helemaal niet. Weet Alaric wat dit doet? Because he technically would instinctively be inclined to pick it up.
Well, then you would pick it up. It's definitely a stone rune that's now engraved into the stone.
A stone rune, not a lightning rune.
A storm.
A storm.
That's mijn blaadje. You would probably immediately notice.
Hey, that's the rune that we saw in his book.
Good.
Hey, Arvin, catch.
What's this?
What does it feel like to you?
Well, I read it.
Immediately upon holding on to it, you touched it very quickly, but you are now holding on to it. You're kind of looking into it, and it's you feel like an electric vibe coming from it.
Not great, to be honest.
It's interesting. But then for a second you see kind of glimpses of things that could have happened. For a second you see that Ginny was going to get hit by that lightning elemental and probably just immediately get an immediate heart attack. Or even worse, you would see that Alaric would have been just rammed through by this thunderbolt. It's as if you see visions. But every one of them is tainted badly. For a second, you see that Henry would be getting crushed by this boar. Kind of for a second, almost no, that's not real, this is not real. But it could have happened. For a second, it's almost as if you just kind of like slightly feel a little anger, but you manage to keep it under control because it didn't happen. But what if it did? What if that boar killed all of these friends of yours? And Henry. I'll give myself inspiration.
Not a money pouch.
Yes, you may. Not Uncle Money, guys.
You feel something coming from this, and you can invoke it. So you can kind of like hold on to this stone. Anyone can technically, but it has now bonded with you.
Feels powerful, right?
Yes. Don't know what it does yet. Gets
Can
moved.
I take a look at it? Says Henry.
I think so. Maybe we can
Just
learn.
keep
what
it on you because your whole hand is covered in it. It's the same mark as it is here. Did you get a headache when you touched it?
More like a little jolt of lightning and just some memories, I guess, of thoughts that pop up.
Because the story says that this is something of the power of a storm seer. So somebody that could foresee events and things that happened. Which is interesting when you think about it, because the Chambert family was visited by 3 seers.
Strange coincidence.
That is interesting and weirdly close to what you're studying, right?
You should be careful with that.
With what?
That what you have. If it is like what in the story says, it may make you very angry and maybe drive you insane. But you feel as if everything is under control, right?
Yes, everything feels fine.
Good. There's nothing to worry about.
Besides this almost near-death experience we've had.
That was too close for comfort.
Yes.
Alark starts to see if he can prepare the boar, or if he can take it back to the camp.
Well, you could drag it with you or throw it over your shoulder. It would provide a meal.
He would share it with the foxes, but he has his...
The foxes, the four fox kids. The 4 fox kids decide happily jumping around their 2 parents. Well, what will happen with the foxes?
During that whole conversation, I would probably not even pay attention and just be with the foxes, talking with them.
Yay, we're all together again! Yay!
So, do you guys need anything from us? Are you guys safe now? Do we need to help you anymore?
We're safe. Yep. I think. More boars?
Well, you know where our camp is, but we're leaving in the morning. So if you come with us, we can always bring you.
You want to bring them with you?
Just
Good.
suggesting.
You could. Give me an advantageous animal handling.
That's 16.
Now above game, do you want to bring the foxes?
Well,
This means that you will have to take responsibility for them. And your little foxes. It's your choice. They are wild animals, but they seem inclined to like kind of help.
the thing is, the whole mission, they're not really nice to have around. But afterwards, like going back to a little encampment next to the big encampment, it will probably be pretty nice because it's a safe forest.
You could always say that they can,
sit in the
area.
sit in the carriage.
Follow our little caravan and our camp, because we'll put out some food.
Well, that's not really possible because there's still little 4 fox kids who need to sleep a lot. They can't really follow a caravan that needs to travel at least half a day.
We can put
If
them
you-
in the carriage.
If you really want to, and I will allow you, you can keep them in the caravan. But that means that you will spend your short rests not making potions but tending to these little foxes. But they seem interested.
Music.
I will take them. I will ask them if they want to go with me.
Cool. You smell like honey.
I do.
Like one of the bees, like floats like towards it, like one of the kids, like boop, boop.
And your parents can come as well, by the way. You can always just sit in our caravan, and in a few days we're going back to where we live.
Safe forest.
Yeah, and it's a pretty safe forest. And I will.
Beats the boss's bows here.
And I always sleep in the forest as well, but don't tell them. Because I can't hear it.
In this case, Mama Fox will be like, take them in your arms. And now Ginny joins the conversation with the 4 fox kids in her arms and Papa and Mama next to them.
So what are you guys up to?
Alaric, can I keep them?
Take response.
Just like, okay, of
I'm not
course.
even asking to them if they...
No, they're just coming with you.
Alaric is like, bore, and come along then.
Spat and Albert.
Yes.
You did it. Did you bond with them?
Yes.
Well, they are really cute.
And Mama and Papa are also coming.
Kidnapping at its finest.
Insight check.
Yes, please. 19 plus 4 is 23.
Underneath his breath, he moves his mouth. You can't really lip read. And he whispered, "By the false emperor."
Well, that's certainly not suspicious at all.
But he mumbled that under his breath. You just picked it up because you've noticed, of course, that he got a little angry and his eyes were sparkling, so you were paying attention to it.
I have been paying attention to him.
And you will return to the camp where you will finish your rest. Or are you gonna confront him?
No.
Alright, then you will all return to the camp. Ginny gets the foxes set up in a little something. And next session we are going to continue on the journey.
Je krijgt een nieuwe feed. 10 of foxes. It doesn't do anything, but you have 6 foxes with you at all times.
Yeah.
19. Oh no. It's only 6.
Basically, your objective is to keep the caravan safe now.
Dat was denk ik al wel onderdeel van het plan.
Yeah.
But no.
The caravan is still there. I rolled for it and nothing happened. But it could have.
Ian can just.
The rampage through it.
But with that, we end this session.
Well.
And then
Just
we
really
have
sketch.
a full rest.
You will have a full rest next session.
Oh, dat doen we.
See, everything is fine.
Everything's fine. Nobody died.
No.
Except the boar. But he wanted to die, so.
Except breakfast.
It was called breakfast.
For me it was.
Okay.
I heard more, so that's the only reason I've been wanted.
So, did we have fun?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Alright.
I managed to do something in combat.
Oh yes,
You were very useful, actually, so
Definitely.
don't sell yourself short, man.
I did for once.
You tried to